Welcome back, students. In this lecture, we will discuss about GeoJSON, what is GeoJSON, the structure of GeoJSON, and how we can convert from shapefile to GeoJSON, and the advantages of using GeoJSON over shapefiles. Okay, so let's get started. So GeoJSON is a format for encoding a variety of geographic data using the JavaScript Object Notation or JSON. So JSON is a text format, and actually GeoJSON is also a JSON, but it includes the geo part or the geographic part. Means it will have the spatial data with the attributes. You will understand it better when you see the structure. And it follows a standard that has been developed by the IETF or Internet Engineering Task Force under RFC 7946 and designed for representing simple geographic features along with their non-spatial attributes. So non-spatial attributes are those attributes which represents the properties of any special feature. For example, if you open the attribute table of any shapefile in ArcMap, the data that you will see in the attribute table all are non-spatial attributes. The attribute table is not the attribute table does not contain any special attributes, but the non-spatial attributes and the special attributes are on the map. And in the attribute table for each row, the data represents a feature on the map. So those data in the attribute table are the non-spatial attributes. So the same thing is that it is same for the GeoJSON, that it contains both geographical features and along with their non-spatial attributes. Okay. And the features of GeoJSON, that it represents geographic data structures including points. Points means single location, for example, a landmark, and line strings. Line string will be a set of points, for example, a road or a river. And the third one is polygon, like an area defined by boundaries, like it can be a lake or anything. And there are multi-points, multi-line string, or multi-polygons. Like the multi-point is a collection of points, multi-line string, collection of line strings, and multi-polygons are collection of polygons. And there is again geometry collections, which is the collection of geometry. And one of the most important thing is the features. Features, geometries with associated properties. So if you combine the spatial and non-spatial part, then a feature is formed. And if you combine multiple features together, then it is called a feature collection. And by default, GeoJSON used the WGS 1984 as the default coordinate system, but you can change that. So the data structure of GeoJSON is something like that. Say for a point, the type is point, and this is the coordinates, that will be the longitude. And for a feature, the type will be feature, and in the geometry, the type is point and the coordinates. And this is the properties, like it can have many, it is again a JavaScript object. That's why it's called JSON, JavaScript Object Notation. Like here in the object, it has a name, it can have multiple key and value. So this is the structure of a feature. This is the key, this is the value. So the key is type and the value is feature. And another key is geometry, and this geometry key holds the geometry part. And this is the properties key, and this properties key hold all the properties inside an object. So this is a single feature, and this is a feature collection. So here the type is a feature collection. So the type is key and the property is feature collection. And another key is features, and this is the properties. And inside this feature, we have multiple feature. If you remember that, I just said that a collection of features is called feature collection. So this is on feature, type, geometry, properties, and it has ended here with a comma. And this is another feature. And here you can see that this is the type point and this is the type line string. So you can have multiple type like point or line string in the same GeoJSON. So this may seem a bit difficult to you, remembering all the structures and all these things, but you do not need to worry about that. You can use QGIS to handle it very easily. Okay, so let's see that how we can use QGIS to handle it. So this is my QGIS. This is my QGIS, and I have 3 shapefile as a data. This is a polygon feature or building. This is the pipeline, and this is a point feature, line feature. Okay, I will load the OpenStreetMap to show you that these are original location on the map. So I have taken 3 features. One is the point feature, and another one is line feature, and this is the polygon feature. Actually, this is the auto distribution system of an area. So let me just change the pipeline color so that it is more apparent here. I'll make them green. Okay, make it on. Okay, just a minute. So you see, this is the auto distribution pipeline of an area, and these are the buildings. And the buildings get order from these pipelines, and these are like the control valves. Say if you turn off any valve, like say here, if you just turn off this valve, then the water will stop going into this line. And if you turn on again this valve, just rotate it like a tap, and the water will flow into it. Actually, I am describing the data because we will be using this data for our WebGIS. That's why I'm giving you a brief description of the data. We'll see the details of the data later. So I have taken 3 features, point, line, and polygon. Okay, so if I open the attributes, this is the point feature called valves. When attribute table, you see this, we have the attribute table here. And this is a shapefile. So how you can export from shapefile to GeoJSON, you can just right click here, export, say feature as, and have the format is st shapefile. You choose GeoJSON, just the plain GeoJSON, not the new line delimited, just GeoJSON. And after that, you choose the file where you want to save it. I'll save it inside here, and I'll give it a name, valves 05. I'll save that, and it has an extension of .geojson. Okay. And I will define my coordinate system. I'll use the coordinate system because this data is located in EPM zone 46 north. And for your data, you need to get the coordinate, and you can change the coordinate from here. Okay. And another important thing is that, as I said, that the GeoJSON follows the RFC 7946 standard. So you need to, it is a must that you need to set it yes. That RFC 7946, so it will follow the standard. If you set it no, then you will have many problems and your GeoJSON file will not load into your WebGIS. So make sure that you have selected it as yes. And I will not add it to the map. I'll just export it. The export has been completed. And let's see it in our folder. It is in this folder. So you see this, there is a folder, there's a file here. Okay, let's export this 3.2, the rest 2. So I'll call it pipelines. 05, save it, RFCBS, and I'll call this set features, and I'll call this buildings. Okay. 05. Set that. RFC must yes. Export that. Okay. Okay. Now let's remove these things. Let's check this folder. So This is the folder. I am storing it here. GeoJSON. So you see there are 6 files. Actually, these QMD files generates when you are opening it in QGIS. Actually, these files are not needed. You can keep that or you can also delete that. It will not hamper the data. So the main advantage of GeoJSON is that in shape file, you have multiple files like the .hsp, .hsx, then the .dvf database file, and the coordinate file, and the reference file, .aux, and many other files. If you forgot to copy any of them, then that will not open. But this GeoJSON is a single file. So you can just drag it and open it as a single file. And you do not need to worry about the extension or other files. So it is a single file. And another thing is that the GeoJSON, as I said, that it is also JSON, a JavaScript Object Notation. So GeoJSON can be opened in any text editor. You can open it in Notepad, or also you can open it in Sublime Text. Okay, let's open this valves layer, edit in Notepad. You can see that this is the feature collection, and the name is valve, and this is the feature. So from there to there, this is a single feature, and again from there to there, this is another feature. So you can change any properties here, and that will be set as a feature. And also you can directly write your feature here. So for shapefile, you need a particular software, but for GeoJSON, you do not need any software. You can just open it in any text editor. Also, we can open it in our Sublime Text, like say, open with Sublime Text. You see? Okay. So, and we'll discuss the benefits of GeoJSON over shapefile in our next lecture. So see you on the next lecture.